I wrote a book about a year ago called The Power of Five. And I wrote it for the direct marketing group of people because I love so much what you do. I love so much how you help people. I've just, honestly, you're right at the top of my list as far as favorite people, because every day you work hard at adding value to others. And what I want to give you now is something that will add value to you. The ability to prioritize your life is one of the signs that you have learned how to lead yourself. Now, let me just start just real quickly and say to you that when people ask me what my greatest challenge in leadership is, I always tell them, like, my greatest challenge in leadership is leading me. It's not leading you. My gosh, I mean, I can tell my team what to do and give them a vision. That part is easy. But for me to flesh out, to live out the priorities so that everybody else on my team can see it. Remember, leadership is highly, highly visual. People do what people see. Nobody ever followed an unknown, unseen leader. They don't. And so leadership is everything about being an example, visualizing, fleshing out what you want. And so when I lead myself well, it sets my team up for them to do really well too. Just as if I lead myself poorly, honestly, there's no shot that my team is going to succeed at all. So let me tell you a quick story that'll give you the foundation, and then I'm going to give you the five essentials I think that you want to have in this business to be successful. But first of all, the story. If I have a tree in my backyard and I want to cut it down, and I have an axe, if I go out, pick up my axe, go to that tree, and if I swing that axe 5 times at that tree, okay? Put the axe down, go back in the house. Next day, go pick up the axe, go to the same tree. Every day, I pick up the axe, go to the tree, and every day I swing 5 times, put the axe down, back. Every day, 5 times. It's just 5 times. Okay, not 50, not 5,000, just 5 times. Taking that axe, swinging that tree. If I do that every day, okay, what's eventually going to happen to that tree? You know the answer. It's going to fall. If it's a big tree, this may take a few years. If it's a smaller tree, I don't know, maybe a couple of months. I don't know. But here's what I know. If every day I pick up the axe, go to the same tree, swing 5 times, just 5 times every day, eventually that tree will fall. Okay. Let me give you the essence of the story, and let me apply it to where you and I are in our daily life. In this story that I just gave you, 5 things need to happen for me to succeed in knocking that tree down. Number one, I have to know what I want to accomplish. And that's where we all start. You have to know what you want to accomplish, okay? And what I want to accomplish is I want the tree to fall. I want to cut the tree down. So the first thing I've got to do is in prioritize my life is absolutely know what my big picture goal is. Okay. That's number one. The second thing I need to do, though, to be successful is I have to have the right tool. If you notice, what did I do every day? I went outside and I picked up an axe. Well, an axe is going to cut that wood. And I pick up an axe. Now, I didn't pick up a baseball bat. Now, I probably have a baseball bat, and I suppose I could go out to that tree and I could swing that baseball bat 5 times at that tree every day. But here's what I know. With the wrong tool, a lot of work, a lot of hard work still won't make me effective. I've got to have the right tool. And so when people talk about how hard they work, many times I want to call time out and say, let me ask you a couple of questions. And one of the questions I'm going to ask them is, talk to me about the tools you have. What are the resources that you use that allow you to accomplish what you want to accomplish? Cut down the tree, I got to have an axe. So I've got to know what I want to accomplish, and I have to have the right tool. But there's something else that has to happen. Number 3, I have to take action. It's just very simple. If I go out and sit on the porch and say, boy, I'd like to see that tree cut down, and wow, I think I've got an axe over there that I believe I could use that as tool. Nothing happens until you make something happen. You got to take action. The only way that you can have traction is to get action. My dad, Eric, when I was a kid, he'd look at me and say, okay, John, 5 frogs are on a log. 4 decide to jump off. How many frogs are left? One, Dad. No, 5. 5 frogs are still on the log. He said, son, just because you decide to do something doesn't mean you did it. You got to do it. And so action is right in the middle of these 5 things, because I'm just here to tell you, well, my mentor, John Wooden, used to tell his ball players, don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me what you're going to do. And he'd say, John, nothing happens till my players show me. They got to show me what they're going to do. So this power of 5 is just very simple. I have to know what I want to accomplish. I've got to have the right tool. And when I know those 2 things, I've got to take action. I've got to take action. Now, number 4, I have to stay focused. If you noticed in the little story, every day I went to the same tree. Took the tool, swung the axe 5 times, same tree. Now let me ask you a question. What would have happened if going to the same tree, I got out the second day and I thought, you know what, that tree over there, I need that tree needs to be cut down. I think I'll go over there 5 times over there. And the next day I thought, oh my gosh, I think that tree over here 5 times. And here we are. When it's all done, I'm not going to cut any trees down. I'm just going to have a bunch of scarred trees in my backyard. And that's exactly what happens to people. They get distracted. What you focus on expands. And so therefore, for me to understand my everyday essentials, I've got to know what I want to accomplish. I've got to have the right tool. I've got to take action. And I have to stay focused. I have to stay focused. Now there's one other thing, and then you've got the story, and now I can build off of the story and help you really lead yourself well and get your everyday essentials down really pat. Number 5, you have to be consistent. There was a word I used a dozen times in the story. Every day. Every day. Every day I go out in my backyard. Every day I pick up my axe. And every day I take action. I swing 5 times. Every day I stay focused on the same. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Now I'm 73. And you're just going to have to trust me on this. Consistency compounds. It just does. And I know in our, get rich culture quickly, and I got to have it now. I understand this goes completely against the culture and everything else that we basically have probably been involved in our daily routines. But I just want you to know that consistency compounds, and there's an incredible return if you stay with something that really works. The 5 things that I'm going to give you in a moment, if you just stay with them. And the challenge, obviously, with consistency is, there's nothing sexy about it. So let's start there. I mean, who wants to go get a consistency award? And you can't get that the first week. I mean, at the end of the first week, somebody doesn't say, wow, here, we got a consistency. No, it doesn't show up the first week, first month, first year, first 5 years. You see that here's the thing you just don't want to miss about consistency. All the compounding is on the back end. All the compounding, not some of it. All the compounding is on the back end. Eric,